So far, so good for Team Europe. In fact, A for effort, A for skill from the Blues. Now then, big ball for Koivuniemi. Because like O'Neill in the Baker format, he just looked to be struggling with the conditions. And also the pins, brand new pins, not easy to knock over. But as Cass Edwards, my co-commentator, said, Mika's got a big game in him. Don't worry about that. And he's certainly come to the party here. And the Moose is on the charge.
The nice thing is, Simon, that although Mika may have not started as confident as us, the team is dragging him along, and they've pulled 2 strikes in his 2 frames out of him. So you couldn't do better than that. Here's the shot. Lofts it down the lane. Starts inside, gets down to his down the lane marker, and watch this just turn up beautifully. That is a perfect strike right in the 1-3 pocket, hits the 5 pin through to the 9 pin, and they all go. He's certainly looking happier than he is now than when he first started.
Yeah, that's a danger sign for the USA. You won't like Mika Koivuniemi when he's happy. Tommy Jones follows on from Chris Barnes, so the strike makers are still hitting their patterns quite nicely. And now Fagan and O'Neill have to deliver, and I wouldn't want to be in Bill O'Neill's shoes right now, because his next ball is going to be a massive pressure delivery.
Well spotted, Simon. You are absolutely right. He doesn't look that confident. Team Europe have gone 6 in a row, and Bill will be coming up next time, working on a double.
Yeah, and Dominic Barrett's got to make the strike here and just turn to Bill O'Neill and say, all yours, young man.
The thing is, we're looking at 8 of the top players in the world right now. They are all professionals. They've all won on the American PBA Tour, and it's just 8 guys locking horns.
Oh, just gets that 7 out. That one stayed wide, but got enough for the pocket to knock all 10 down.
We're not going to start speculating in any way, shape or form, but the high backswing and the wrist snap of Dom Barrett gets that ball wide, but gets a reaction coming back. It's light in the pocket, and the 7 pin is the last one to go. But it makes 7 strikes in a row for Europe, and the game is probably pretty much sewn up.
Oh, it is now, I think. It is now, and it's that man Bill O'Neill once again. What has he got to do to get himself a strike in the Baker?
Well, this is his last frame. It wasn't the worst shot in the world, but not the best. Leaves a single 4 pin, which will be a spare, but it's not what Team USA want, because Team Europe are perfect.
So Stuart Williams will step up for Team Europe. And looking to make it 8 from 8. A man from Ellesmere Port, who incidentally, a few people have asked about that scar on his face. Was helping his father with some work, and one of those scaffold planks that you use on to get up a scaffold. Let's see that ball go down. Look at that. Oh, and he's back with the guns. I don't think they liked Tommy Jones' gesture when he made the strike first time up. But yeah, one of those planks actually fell and hit Stuart in the face, and there was a concern that he wouldn't be fit for this Weber Cup, but luckily he is. And well, all laughter down there on the Team Europe bench, but that was a fairly expansive gesture from Williams.
Simon, I think they're all enjoying themselves, apart from Team USA, just at this particular time. But it's the first game of a new session. There's plenty of other games to go, and there's a long way to go in this tournament.
Fagan. Oh my goodness me. Well, we're going to see Fagan bowling 3 times in this session, and if he's going to bowl like that, I'm afraid Team USA might be struggling.
I sense that Team USA have written this off now already. This is the big 4, and Mike can only take 2 of them, so it's another open frame in frame number 8. It is all over. You can see the difference in the maximum scores now. There's almost 100 difference. So let's see what the captain can do in frame 9. That score sheet looks very impressive in blue. Not so impressive if you've got a red shirt on, but here we go. Frame number 9. It's the European captain, the 2-hander Osku Palermaa. Wouldn't we like to see a strike?
And the foundation frame is good. We were a little bit worried about that one, but he got enough action once again in the deck to get 7 out. And the next time Team Europe step up to the foul line in the shape of Mika Koivuniemi, it's going to be bowling for a maximum.
I can't recall in the 13 years of the Weber Cup a 300 Baker game. I definitely can't. So new ground here.
Chris Barnes keeps going about his work. Steady as you go, little glance across at his great mate Mika ahead of this one, and I'm sure just a little nod of good luck. This could be a bit of history, a bit of Weber Cup history right here. Not easy to bowl a big score in the Weber game, as both teams found out yesterday, sub 200 in game 1. And now with a chance to rewrite the record books in this fantastic sporting fixture. Koivuniemi then needs a strike to keep this going. Count it. And this Barnsley crowd now on the edge of their seats.
Major Mika, the Moose, just showing what we know he's capable of. In the clutch, it's a great looking shot. Makes 10 strikes in a row for the European side. It's not perfect, but it is 10, and that's perfect for the guys in blue.
Now, was there enough change for Mika to have to think about just a minor adjustment for this next strike?
Let's just hope that that last shot was the fortunate strike, that bowlers do have to have one that was maybe not perfect. Let's bury this one right in the pocket and carry all 10.
Oh no, it cut up on him. As soon as he got to the dry part of the lane, he was just too tight to that head pin. It's gone straight through, and I'm afraid that maximum game at Weber Cup 13 still eludes us, but it's not really a problem for the team in blue, as they complete a nice victory to get things underway in this second session of bowling. They didn't want Team USA to get much further away, and they've certainly done exactly that, taking it back to 4-3, courtesy of a very, very impressive start in the Baker game.
Yes, a fabulous 287 Baker game. Team USA just have to finish off in the shape of Tommy Jones.
He can't miss. Be a touch worried about Mike Fagan, coming out a few times this afternoon. I'm quite surprised Chris Barnes didn't back himself actually for this afternoon's games, but sometimes you just have to go with the combinations that you feel will work. But yeah, there we go. Chris knows that that really should have been a point for Team USA, and then that would have set up what could be a big session for them, but that's not the way it's gone.
He's certainly made his mark on this lane, hasn't he? More strikes. He's only struck all the way through this game. That's 4 strikes for him.
He's just a metronome, isn't he? I mean, if you overlaid his last 3 shots that he's made on this lane, you wouldn't see a jot of difference.
No, you're absolutely right. And I think he's going to change ball here for the last shot, just to see if there's some experiment. Yes, he's changing his thumb slug from one ball to the other. That's a thumb insert that's transferable. He's going to try and take the Team USA side through the 200 barrier. It's a point lost, but that's all it is. 1 point.
And he finishes with a Barnsley Brooklyn.
Score of 205 for Team USA. It's a defeat, but they'll put it behind them and they will move on.
Well, there were major concerns for Team Europe ahead of this session, but for the moment they have allayed those fears. That's a super score. 287 beats 205 in the Baker game, and Osku Palermaa will be very happy about that. Well, some scores you just can't argue with, and that score in the Baker game, superb from Team Europe, puts a point on the board at the start of session 2, and it means that USA still lead, but this time only by 4-3. A bright start to session 2 for Team Europe. We've got doubles coming up after the break.